And hi there again, another video about the MC505 and this time about entering notes, more specifically chords into it. The first way to do that is the most easy one, just by pressing record and by pressing play. My simple beat is playing and I can just live enter note. Anyway, first of all, I forgot to load a patch, and second of all, I can't play the keyboard, so it's really terrible. But yeah, maybe we can load a patch. There is a piano on C15. Okay, and then let's go to pattern song again and press play. Okay, that was what we entered. Not too satisfied with it, so let's do the undo button and then let's undo it. Yes, we are sure. Okay, so now it should be empty again. Okay, so the second way of entering chords is by pressing record twice and then press play. And now we are in the step sequencing mode, and you see that note E4 is selected. The worst thing about this mode is that you can't enter chords at once. You have to enter the notes one by one. So for example, let's see, E4 is selected, so we want it on here. And now, for example, if I want to select the next note from my chord, I press Shift and then the next note. Not this one. So it's an F, and I want that also on the 8. And maybe a third note like Shift and a G also on the 8. Okay, stop. I don't know why my patch is gone again, so let's go to C15. So normally you can use the Shift button and go there faster, but I only have one hand, so I have to do it this way. Let's listen to it. Okay, that was it. That was our chord. Terrible. The third way, oh yeah, let's do undo. Okay, let's use the trick with Shift this time. Okay, so the third way, that's like press record 3 times. But first of all, you have to see that you are in the beginning of the pattern and that you are in the pattern song mode. You press it 3 times. And as you can see, the first knob is lit, and we can now play our chords at once. For example, I play one, and as long as I press it, I can change it. So for example, I can, with my second hand, I can try and add two other notes. And it's only when you lift your hand up or let the last key go that it will be written. So it should be there now, and to make it 1 bar long or maybe 4 bars long, you can use the tie button. Okay, and then press stop and play, and there's our chord in there. Yeah, the sound is not as no sustain enough to make it 4 bars long, but anyway, that is a third way to do it. Let's see, let's do the undo button again. Okay, so for me, none of them are really great ways. The last one is is the best for me, or just learning the keyboard, of course. But even then, you know, I'm not scared to play around on a MIDI keyboard or on those keys. The thing is more that when I record something and it is not perfect, it is just such a hustle to make the edits and make it perfect afterwards. So what I did is, I showed you in the previous video, I used Koala sampler to add the notes manually, just with my finger. Here you can set the grid, so it's as easy as that. And then you can record it into the MC505, but you can also just play it. You have to go to edit here, and here you can set the MIDI out port, and in my case it is this one. You have to connect your MIDI interface with the MIDI in from your 505, and if all went well, you can press play. And our chord progression is played by the MC505. Let's try maybe another piano. Here's another one. We can give it a bit more reverb maybe. So to enter it into the machine, it's very easy. The only thing I have to do here, because in this project I have selected 4 bars. You can see that here. And here I have only 2 bars. So let's say double up. So now I have 4 bars. And then you have to go to settings. You go to MIDI. And then you have to set... Oh, here it is. MIDI clock mode to send. And we do that because on the MC505, if I should press record and play now, and then I press play on the tablet, it will record, but it will not be exactly on the first beat from the first bar. And to do so, I press Shift on the machine here and Shift 11 it was. And with Shift 11, you can put the MC505 in slave mode. And that's exactly what we want, because in slave mode, when we press record, you will see it. So it's in slave mode, it's in pattern song mode. You can just press record now. And let me see. Now you can just press play here on the sequence, and it will start the play button here. Let's try it. I press here, and then let's see. Okay, so now I press play to hear if we record it correctly. Oh, and play is not working. So we have to press Shift 11 again, and we have to put it on internal again. And once that is done, you can press play. And of course, it's way too fast now, but when we go to the tempo mixer, we press Shift. And we enter the same BPM as on the tablets. Now I can press play. That's not exactly the same. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's do undo. Are you sure? So it's empty again, the part. As I said before, Shift 11 make it slave. And once it is slave, oh yeah, before, maybe, I forgot again. So, oh, but I see the tempo, okay, the tempo is 70 BPM. So everything was okay, I just entered the wrong tempo. Okay, anyway, let's do it once more. We press record, and then we go to our sequence. We press play, and it will start automatically here. we stop it on the tablet. It's recorded here, but to hear it, we press Shift 11, enter the internal mode again. Okay, and after doing so, we go to tempo mixer. Let me set it to 70. That's it. And now press play and listen. Okay, now let's write it down into the machine, and I would say let's enter, let's say 20. If you press undo, you can see what is on 20. And as you see, 20 is an empty pattern. So I want to enter it there. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, it's done. And then the last thing I want to show you is some cat hairs. Okay, the last thing I want to show you is we can part mute, and we can mute this part, and then now we have part 3 selected. And again, let's go for piano sound. Okay, now let's close this app. Let me see. So I downloaded Boom Bap Chords. It's a MIDI pack. You can Google it. It was completely free. I had to enter my personal data, but they sent it to my email. There are chords, counter melodies, and melodies. And Koala app is not able to load MIDI files. That's also why I was entering them, and I think it's way cooler to enter them yourself. But if you own such a pack, it is very cool to load MIDI files and then record them into the MC505. And to do so, we use Cubasis 3. And there we start by adding a MIDI track. And then I have to admit that always when I load a MIDI track, there is like an acoustic piano on it. So here is the routing part, and here is that acoustic piano, and I am able to change it to something else. For example, oh, it was empty. So a honky tonk piano, but I am not able to just delete this sound, so that's why I drop the volume to 0. Now do it again. So we add a MIDI. So, and then there is routing, and in routing there's MIDI import and MIDI imports and MIDI out. And here I choose all MIDI outs, and I select channel 2, for example. Now, when I enter the MIDI here. We are playing the 64 voice piano from the 505. So it is pretty easy. Let's see, how can I delete? Can I undo? Oh, okay, like this. So we go to media, and then no, not now. Then we go to MIDI, and then there is a folder. It's called My MIDI Files, and I had to drop the MWA folder, the Boom Map Chords folder there. So let's open it, and then let's do chords, and then you just grab a chord and you drop it. Okay, and then I think when you press play, there you go, there's your chord. Maybe you can also do a melody. I don't know if we can just drop it over the other one. Let's see. That was maybe not the best idea to drop it over it, so let's just... So, and that's like it. So it's only a matter to count how much bars you have there, and then do the same as we did before. Record it into the MC 505. And it's not about being lazy. I love to make my own melodies on the MC 505, but most of the time I use it to make the beats. And it's just a video